How we doing, YouTube and my fellow traders? It's been on it, guy. It's March 6th, 2025, Thursday, and this is the day 11 recap video of me going over the trades I took today in my 100K funded accounts. Now, as you may have seen in my previous video, I qualified for a payout with these accounts. Very excited. And yeah, I've just been waiting for it to get approved, and it got approved this morning. So back at it, back at it. It's Thursday, and I took one trade today. I'm going to go over in just a moment just what exactly that trade was, and also too I'll kind of show you my approval emails, so that way you can see and follow along with me. So let me switch over my screen here real quick. Like I said, it is Thursday. Market's still open. I'm on the West Coast. It's a little bit after 11 a.m. Market's still open, but yeah, this is the profit we have down at the bottom here. All right, we got 1,500 in both accounts. So for it being a day 11, even though it is later in the week, Thursday, we are green. Back at it, we are green. Very excited. Now this is a little bit of a special one for me, mainly because this is the first payout that I qualified for in these accounts, and it's one of my bigger payouts that I've taken so far in my trading career. And I haven't traded. I haven't traded this week. I wanted to let that sink in, and also too, when a lot of traders, especially newer traders, or just any trader, and for that matter, when they get approved for payouts, right, the confidence is high, right? You're getting money. You took money out of the markets. You're getting approved. You're getting that money in the bank account. Trading, that's what you trade for, right? One of the things is making money. So when they do qualify for a payout and they get that, the confidence is high, and that's the highest time probability that traders do end up, especially waiting for their payouts, they end up blowing their accounts. And I've done that a couple times. Like I said, confidence is high, right? They may have taken maybe a day or two off. Getting back into the market, you don't really know the flow. So with that being said, for me, I just sat on my hands this week. Haven't traded. Haven't put one trade in until today. Just waiting for that approval process. That way, I know. Okay, I got that money locked up. That money is out of my balance. It's like a fresh start, clean slate. Only have a little bit more wiggle room this time as far as your equity that you have to trade. So, with that being said, again, I did take one trade today. At the bottom here, this is the profit that we have, 1,500 in both accounts. The market's still open, but let me go ahead and zoom in here. We'll see what it does. So we did have a little bit of news coming out this morning. Nothing really that bad that affected the markets. The main thing is in the news, Trump's been talking about those tariffs and all that. So the market's been kind of going up and down the last few days, actually this week, right? I zoom back here, this is the third day. We had the last couple days. You have a large sell-off in the morning, and then boom, spike up. Large sell-off at the open in the morning, and boom, spike up. Today wasn't any different, right? Overnight in the European session, we had a large sell-off, kind of balanced it out. At open, we spiked up, and then we sold off. And with that action being, I have to be very disciplined because a lot of the spreads and a lot of the orders the spread's very, very wide, right? You have orders sometimes that are 5 points apart, 3 points apart. Today, the orders were anywhere from 7, 10 to 15 points apart, right? So the spread, the orders where they were sitting at was very wide. So I had to be very disciplined with myself as far as my entries. I tried the best as I could, just kind of waiting and making sure I get like a decent entry, for it being the first day back. I took 4 days off from trading. First day back, you kind of want to ease yourself in. So I tried to do that to the best of my ability. So when we kind of ramped up here, I mean, I could have taken it long, but you just never know, right? Mindset wise, I was still kind of just savoring the fact that my payouts got approved. So wasn't really too eager to kind of trade the first couple hours. We did kind of top out a couple times here right at this level, the 5820s level. Okay, so that second rejection, okay, I'm kind of looking for a short, right? I'm kind of looking for a short. So around 8:30 in the morning, we had some bond news that came out, and right when that happened, the market just kind of sold off. So I'm thinking, okay, all these tariffs, all the news, let's look for a short. I actually missed an entry just because everything was going so fast in this area here. You want to wait, especially for my strategy. What I like to do is I like to wait. Now, we had this candle. This was a good topping wick candle to kind of give us a little bit of a confirmation of direction where it might be going. Kind of ramped up and then slammed back down. The very next candle here missed that entry only because it rammed down so hard right past the VWAP, right past the EMAs, so fast that I was kind of not so sure I wanted to get in this area here only because the action was going back and forth. In hindsight, it could have been a good entry, right? A good entry. Your risk, again, though, the risk was very wide, right? You have anywhere. If I got in at the 90s, the risk is anywhere from 10 to 20 points on the ES. So didn't feel comfortable here. I was going to wait for a pullback, and it really never came for the next what is that, half hour, next half hour, even actually almost an hour. It just kind of just slowly sold off, and yeah, I wasn't really too comfortable getting in. If you're going short, because it already made that long move, it retraced the move from early in the morning. That's what, 40, 50 points. I'm not trying to get short at the bottom. Also, too, because we don't know what's going on down here, right? We've dropped so far down. We got to go back over 6 months to kind of see, okay, where's the next support level, right? It's pretty far back. And as far as traders go, sometimes day traders, you don't really go for that far back, right? You worry about what happened the last week, even the last day, but not the last 6 months. So yeah, even though I missed that short, I kind of was just sitting on my hands, kind of watching it, waiting for a pullback. Never really got it. Now in this area here, we were kind of coming in around lunchtime, right? And that's when we started to have the market kind of try to get pullbacks, but we kind of got slammed back down. As you can see here, these topping wicks again went up, came back down around 3 times. So that for me is going to be confirmation that we might definitely be going lower, right? So I was looking for an entry. The only thing again is it just came down so fast, and the very next candle just dropped so fast, and I really didn't have a time to react as far as my entry and my risk to reward. And again, if I were to get short here, that's another 10 points as far as risk goes. So a couple of ways as far as new traders, a couple of ways you can play that. You can go in small, really small size, right? Either use micros or 1 mini or whatever, really small size. That way you can balance out that spread. You can kind of have a little bit higher of risk tolerance to it, or again, just maybe look for a bounce. This area here, there was no bottoming wick, so there was no indication that we might be reversing. This is a tell for me that okay, here comes the pullback, right? Here comes our first pullback. We didn't really have one the last hour or so, but now as it's starting to kind of bounce a little bit, I'm thinking okay, this might be a pullback area. So when I look for a pullback area, I kind of wait for it to kind of make new highs, right? But then randomly start putting in like a little bit of a bear flagish, and that's kind of what we did here. Looking back on it, my entry in hindsight, it was a little bit early, but the signal for me to get short, which I did around this area, was there. We had a topping wick candle strong. Next candle, we made new lows, red. Very next candle after that, we were trending lower as well. So I was thinking, okay, it's going to bounce off the EMA. This could be a good time to get short, and that's what I did. As far as risk goes, because I was in small size, I was risking around 10 points. Now, sometimes with the stop loss, a lot of traders, especially me that have been trading for a while, sometimes I eyeball it, right? I kind of watch the price action, so I eyeball the action. This candle after I got short didn't really look too good. We did go down a little bit further than the previous candle. Excuse me, but we bounced back up. If I wanted to be very micromanaging the trade, I could have gotten out here, right? Minus 5 points, which isn't bad. But because this market has had a 10 to 15 point range, I kind of expected that might be the case. And also, too, this area here, this gap area, we had a lot of sell orders sitting up here. And if you look back at the previous, the candle back in this area about, how long ago was that? That was about an hour before I got in the trade. We had a rejection off that area. Came back up. I almost got stopped out. I was thinking, okay, you know what? It's coming up to the 21 EMA. I'm like, a red day is bound to happen, right? We had 10 green days in a row. This is day 11. I mean, we just got to pay out. I mean, get the red day out of the way. So I was very close to just cutting the trade, but I knew there was resistance here, and it came up and tapped that area, but it never rose past it. Small indecision candle here. Very next candle, we got a dive. And now I'm thinking, okay, this is good as far as the trade goes, as far as not needing to cut it. So I kind of watched it. I did kind of move my stop a little bit lower, but because of this solid just slam back down, I felt comfortable to hold it. It came back down here. We had a topping candle again, and then the very next candle we just dove, right. So I held the trade a little bit longer than I'd like to. My anxiety was a little bit higher than usual, which I didn't like, but it did come down. I did take 15 points, so it's like a 1-to-1, a risk reward. I did take the 1-to-1, and it did hit my target. It went down a little bit further, but now it's just kind of slowly just chopping, grinding down lower. So that's a sign for me to kind of just, you know what, first day back, take the 1,500 profit in both accounts, call it a green day, keep that green streak alive, build up that positive energy again, and we'll move on to Friday. And that's what we're going to do. So let me show you real quick my payout approvals. This is what the email looks like here. Pretty much it just says the account number has been approved and you may resume trading. All right. So I got two emails that looks, the other email looks identical to this. Very happy about the way I traded the last 10 days, the last 2 weeks. And one of my goals is I want to keep that going, right? I have that payout now. I have the ability, I have the balance at the top. I have the ability to open up a little bit, right? If I choose to do so. And again, though, just kind of monitor the market conditions, monitor what Trump is saying, because we don't know what's going on down here. It's been a while since we've been down in this area after the ES. So got to see what happens, right? Got to be patient. Again, do the things that I've done to get to where I was able to get that first payout. Continue to do those things. Don't be too risky if you don't need to. And at the end of the day, make some money, right? You want to make some money. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I'm gonna cut it off here. Again, I'm growing this channel. My name is Bet on a Guy. If you appreciate the videos I put out, I'm going to be doing recaps every day that I take trades. I really would appreciate it if you leave that like and comment down below, and subscribe if you would like to, because I am trying to grow this channel and meet my fellow traders. So that's going to be it for me. This is Bet on a Guy recap day 11. We'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.